Hello, everyone, and welcome back where learning English is easy and fun. I'm Emily.
And I'm Paul. Hi, Emily. How are you today?
Hi, Paul. I'm great, thank you. And you? How's your day going so far?
My day is very good, thanks. I just had a nice cup of coffee. It was delicious. So I'm feeling good and ready for our chat today.
That's wonderful, Paul. A good cup of coffee always helps, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's like a little boost for the morning. What about you? Did you have a good start to your day?
Yes, I did. My morning was quiet and peaceful. I woke up, stretched a bit, and then had some fruit for breakfast. It was very nice.
Sounds lovely. A calm start is always good. Well, everyone, before we jump into our topic today, please remember to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to Mr. English channel. It really helps us bring more fun lessons to you.
Yes, please do. Your support means so much to us. And today, Paul, we have a really useful topic for our listeners. We are going to talk about how to talk about your daily life.
That's right, Emily. It's super important. We all have a daily routine, right? Things we do every day. And being able to talk about them in English is very helpful for everyday conversations.
Exactly. Imagine you meet a new friend and they ask, "What do you do every day?" Or, "Tell me about your typical day." It's good to know the words and phrases to answer.
Yes, and it doesn't have to be complicated. We can start with simple words. For example, I wake up.
Yes, simple and clear. So, Paul, what time do you usually wake up?
I usually wake up at 7 a.m. Sometimes earlier, sometimes a little later. What about you, Emily?
I usually wake up at 6:30 a.m. Yes, a little earlier than you. I like the quiet morning. After I wake up, I usually get up.
Ah, yes. Wake up means your eyes open, but get up means you leave your bed. Good point, Emily.
Thank you. It's an important difference. So, after you get up, Paul, what is the first thing you do?
After I get up, I always brush my teeth. It's the first thing. And then I usually wash my face. What about you?
Me too. Brush my teeth and wash my face. Then I usually make my bed. It makes the room look nice. Do you make your bed, Paul?
Sometimes, Emily. Sometimes I do. Other times, not so much. But it's a good habit. So after you do that, what's next for you?
Well, after that, I usually have breakfast. I love breakfast. What do you usually have for breakfast, Paul?
I usually have toast and a cup of tea, sometimes eggs. Do you have a favorite breakfast?
Yes, I love fruit and yogurt. It's light and fresh. So, after breakfast, what do you do before you start your work or your main activities?
Good question. After breakfast, I usually get dressed, I choose my clothes for the day, and then I often check my phone for messages or news.
Yes, checking the phone is a very common activity now, isn't it? So, after you get ready, what do you usually do? Do you go to work or work from home?
I usually go to work. I take the bus. It's not far. What about you, Emily? Do you work from home or go to an office?
I usually work from home most days. It's very convenient. So, my morning routine after breakfast is usually to start work.
That's great. Working from home has many benefits. So, during the day, what are some things you do related to work?
During work, I usually write emails and have meetings. Sometimes I make phone calls. What about your workday, Paul? What do you do?
At work, I usually talk to customers and help people. I also write reports. My workday is usually busy.
Sounds like you have a lot to do. Do you usually have lunch at a specific time?
Yes, I usually have lunch around 1 p.m. I eat with my colleagues. We often talk and laugh. What about you, Emily? Do you usually take a break for lunch?
Oh, yes. I always take a break for lunch. I usually have it around 12:30 p.m. I try to make something healthy. Sometimes I read a book during my lunch break.
That's a good idea. Reading is very relaxing. So, after lunch, you continue working, right?
Yes, I usually continue working until the afternoon. So after lunch, I go back to work. What time do you usually finish work, Paul?
I usually finish work at 5 p.m. Then I go home. What time do you usually finish your work?
I usually finish work around 5:30 p.m. or 6 p.m. After that, I usually relax a bit. Maybe I listen to music.
Relaxing is important. After I get home, I usually make dinner. Do you cook dinner, Emily?
Yes, I do. I usually cook dinner around 7 p.m. I like to try new recipes. What do you like to cook for dinner, Paul?
I like to cook simple things like pasta or chicken with vegetables. Sometimes I order takeout, though.
Oh, me too sometimes. It's nice to have a break from cooking. So, after dinner, what do you usually do in the evening?
After dinner, I usually watch TV or play games on my computer. Sometimes I call my family.
That's nice. I also like to watch TV in the evening, or sometimes I go for a walk. It's nice to get some fresh air.
Yes, a walk is good. Do you usually read a book before you go to sleep?
Sometimes, yes. I like to read before bed. It helps me relax. And then around 10 p.m., I usually go to bed. What about you, Paul? What time do you usually go to bed?
I usually go to bed around 10:30 p.m. I try to get enough sleep. So, our daily routines are quite similar in some ways, aren't they?
Yes, they are. It's interesting to see the differences and similarities. So, listeners, we've just talked about many simple actions we do every day. It's like telling a story about your day. We talked about waking up, eating, going to work, and relaxing.
Absolutely. Let's try to put them into a small story using these everyday actions. For example, every morning I wake up at 7 a.m. Then I brush my teeth and get dressed. I have breakfast and then go to work. At work, I have meetings. In the evening, I make dinner and watch TV. Finally, I go to bed.
That's a perfect example, Paul. It's simple, clear, and uses many of the words we just learned. And you can change the words to fit your own day.
Yes, exactly. Maybe you go to school instead of work, or you play sports instead of watching TV. The structure is the same.
That's a great point. Remember, practice makes perfect. Try to think about your own daily routine and use these words to describe it.
Yes, you can even say something like, on weekdays, I do this, or on weekends, I do that, because our routines can be different on different days.
Oh, that's an excellent tip, Paul. My weekend routine is definitely different from my weekday routine. On weekends, I usually sleep in a little later.
Me too. Sleeping in is nice on the weekend. And then, instead of going to work, I might go shopping or visit friends.
Yes. On the weekends, I often do laundry or clean the house. Not as fun as visiting friends, but necessary.
Yes, necessary indeed. So we can see how easy it is to talk about our daily lives with these simple words.
It really is. And it's a wonderful way to start a conversation in English. When someone asks you about your day, you can now answer with confidence.
Yes, and you can also ask other people about their day. You can say, what do you do in the morning? Or what do you do after work?
That's right. It makes the conversation flow naturally. Remember to use I for yourself, like, I wake up, and you when you ask someone, like, what do you do?
Good reminder, Emily. It's all about using those basic verbs and putting them together. Don't worry about making mistakes. Just try to speak.
Yes, every time you speak, you get better. It's like building a house, brick by brick. Every word is a brick.
That's a good analogy, Emily. So, everyone, we hope this episode helps you feel more comfortable talking about your daily life in English.
We really do. It's a fundamental part of everyday communication. Just try to describe your morning, your afternoon, and your evening.
Think about the order of things. First, second, then, after that. These words help to tell your story clearly.
For example, first, I wake up. Then, I brush my teeth. After that, I have breakfast. Simple steps.
Yes, and don't forget to use the present simple tense when talking about your routine, because these are things you do regularly. I wake up. I eat. I go.
Excellent point, Paul. The present simple is your friend when talking about daily habits.
Well, Emily, this was a very practical and useful episode. I think our listeners have a lot of good words to practice now.
I agree, Paul. It was fun. Thank you for sharing your daily routine with us.
And thank you for sharing yours, Emily. It's always interesting.
We hope you enjoyed learning how to talk about your daily life.
Yes, before you go, please remember to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, like this video, and share it with anyone who is learning English.
And we would love to hear from you. In the comments below, tell us one thing you do every morning or one thing you do every evening. We love reading your comments.
Yes, tell us about your daily life. We look forward to seeing your answers.
Thanks for listening, everyone. We'll see you next time on Mr. English Channel. Bye for now.
Bye, everyone. Keep practicing your English. You're doing great.